Hey guys, Camp TCG here, and today we have another deck profile. It's been a while since we've had one, but today we have Adventure PK. This deck in this current format, I feel like does just fine. I've been playing this deck for a very long time, and I kind of stopped playing it when Specials came out because I felt like, okay, they're just gonna banish all my shit and make it so I can't play. But picked it back up, played it in this current format for like 4 locals in a row, and I've topped consistently, like at least top 3, got first place a couple times, and played against, meta decks, current decks right now that are annoying, the Shizu tier, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I'll just show you guys my choices, and we'll just get straight into this. The main deck is 43 cards. First, we got 3 Torn Scales. It is a mandatory 3 of. This is the heart and soul of this deck, I argue. 3 Silent Boots. This one literally just special summons if you have a Phantom Knights. These are the only Phantom Knight 3-ofs in the deck. Next, we have 2 Agent Cloak. Agent Cloak, I feel like I could play this at 3. The only reason why I'm not playing it at 3 is you don't always want to see it in your hand. You want to like send it, so having it in hand is not too bad, especially in the Brave engine. But then the one-ofs, we play Ragged Gloves and Sangreaves. Would probably cut this, but I feel like you just have to play this if you have to extend like crazy. But other than that, if you don't feel like playing this literally just special summons a monster, a Phantom Knights from graveyard if you just banish it. So that's it for Phantom Knight monsters. Next we have 3 Water Enchantress and the 1 Griffin Rider. This engine is nuts in this deck. I feel like this engine got a little power crept for this format, because none of the meta decks are really running it. I mean, Sprite Brave is like there, but like that's not the most popular build of the deck. So, but the Omni Negate's really nice in this deck. Oh, and then we play the 1 Illegal Knight. I put this in the other day because I was like, if I'm going second and I'm playing against like a deck that has a bunch of floodgates that I really care about, you have to play the Illegal Knight just to bounce those floodgates, or to force them to like, negate something like this. So then you have a better like game state where you're like, okay, now I do this. Yes, you play a lot of bricks in this deck. So that's why I was hesitant on putting this in, because it's technically just another brick. But playing it today at locals today, I never saw it in starting hand, and it came up a couple times. It was nice. And then Grafin Seer. Unfortunately, these are 2 bricks in your hand. They do absolutely nothing in your hand. It's garbage. But you have to play it. You literally just send it off of Cherubini and then summon. But it's part of the combo. You have to play it. Extenders, Tracker, and Wilder. They're just level 3s, so they're extenders. Hand traps, I don't play much. I just play Bell and Imperm. Bell is really good this format against Bestials. Your deck loses to Bestials and the Shizu shuffle cards. So you have to play Ghost Bell. If you don't have a negate at all for those stuff, and they ruin your combo line, you're screwed. Imperm, it acts as another Fog Blade. That's why I chose Imperm over Ash. And against Flunderies, this is really good. And Flunderies is still in the meta, so you kind of just like, those are my choices, because Imperm hurts Flunderies a lot more than Ash. And Ghost Spell just hurts opponents, bestial stuff. That's it for monsters, spells. Brave Engine, 3 right, 1 Faithful Adventure, 1 Draco back. Just, really standard. And then 2 E-Tilly. I'm not playing 3 because I like the 2 and 2 with the Wilder and the Tracker. I don't think I will ever change this where I play more E-Tellies, but and then 3 triple tactics. This format, I feel like you don't have to play this card, but I feel like it's really necessary. Reason being is Ishizu Tier plays on your turn, Bestials activate on your turn, hand traps, whatever. So I feel like triple tech is really nice. There's been times where, there was times where I'm facing a Ishizu Tier and a Ishizu effect on my turn, and I go talents. Sometimes most of the time I'm drawing 2, but this time, there was times when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just look at your hand. And they have Super Poly in hand, and I shuffle it and they scoop. They literally just scoop. So triple tactics in this format is really nice. One-ofs, Foolish, Rhoda, Rank Up Magic Force, and Called By. Not playing the other Rank Up Magic Force for Ophion. I feel like Ophion's a little too slow. I would rather put up a bunch of monster negates. I'll show you guys in a minute. Rhoda is just like your whole entire Phantom Knight engine. Foolish is just for every Phantom Knight card or monster and, Wander Enchantress. So, traps, Double Fog Blade, Shade, and Wing. I'm playing Shade because it's an extender for combo. Wing is nice, and then just Double Fog Blade. 1 is too little, 3 is too much in a Brave engine. That's it for deck. That's 43 cards, I believe. Now for extra deck. We play a couple Link 2s. We play Cherubini. Cherubini's necessary. You have to play Cherubini. It sends out level 3 as cost. So people will try to hand trap it and you say, okay. And you just continue to pick up your deck and send for cost. Because send for cost can't be negated. Dark Charmer and IP. Dark Charmer is really nice because, you hold, what deck is not playing Darks right now? Unless you're just playing against Rogue, and the IP's nice. Link 3 is Rusty Bardiche and Unicorn. Unicorn for IP, Bardiche is insane. Next, we got some Link 4s. We got Access Code and Apo. Apo is just really nice for monster negates. Access Code just pushes for game. Then we are playing Underworld Goddess. This deck kind of can't get over towers. So if you're just summoning a bunch and you just go Link 5, use their tower for Underworld Goddess, it's nice. You can play other cards, but I feel like Underworld Goddess is just a lot better. That's it for links. XYZs, we play 2 Breaksword, Abyss Dweller. Dweller's just really nice as format. And Breaksword is just, generic in the PK. And then we are playing Rebellion and Dark Requiem. Requiem just has a bunch of monster negates. This is what you're ranking up into with a rank up spell. You just make this, rank up spell, make this. The making opponent's monster 0 and then stilling the attack is really nice to push for game. Plus the 3 monster negates. It literally negates, destroys, and summons an XYZ out of your graveyard. So, and then, it's a rank deck, so we're playing Downerd and Zeus. Because you just break sword attack, Downerd, go Zeus. Zeus is still really good. So that's it for extra deck. Side deck. Side deck is always personal preference, but you're playing Barbar. You had to play Barbar for time. You literally just burn your opponent. So, this has not come up yet. I've at least gotten to 5 locals now with this in the side deck, and I haven't had to run into a trouble with time, but it will happen where you're going game 3 and you get to choose to go first or second, and you just, side this in, you go Cherubini, send Graph, summon Barbar, Link, and then Barbar effect, burn for 300 for each Burning Abyss Engrave. So it will happen, it will come up. And I am playing 3 Joel and 3 Nib. In my locals, there are some Flunderies, so I like Droll over Lancia because Lancia kind of hurts me too. So Droll's a lot better against that deck, as long as you don't shifter you. Nib, Rogue decks can't play around this, really. And they're like Exo Sisters can't play around it either. Like if you nib Exo Sisters, they're like, okay, who's playing nib right now? You know, I feel like nib is like really good this format. I just feel like it has to be obviously against this, like a certain deck, and people don't really expect it because people think it's bad this format. And I'm playing 3 Lightning Storm. This one isn't in a sleeve right now because I didn't have an extra red one. This is just for going second. It's generic. And then 3 evenly matched. And I am playing 2 D-Barrier. D-Barrier is literally for the Shizu tier matchup. You just, you know, declare fusions and they just lose. Because they're not playing Link Monsters anymore. Really. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. I hope you guys liked it. Really enjoying the deck right now. But if you can, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what kind of decks you guys want. We do have a lot of decks in the making. It's just we haven't been uploading recently. So if you guys want any, just comment which one you want, and we'll work on it. But yeah, thank you.